and still, and we'll have to see how we go from here. That's not long till bounce.
All right, so let's remind everybody that this is round 2. This is AFL Queensland Division 3 South. We're venturing into uncharted territory on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich. So Coorparoo up against Ipswich 1 tonight. Ipswich 1 in Cats colours. And good luck identifying these players, Jack, with the the Guernsey colour clash tonight. We'll go around the grounds as the night unfolds, ladies and gentlemen. But for the first time in 2025, as the ball is about to be raised in the air, Jack Hasler has the call. Friday Night Football on your home of sport in Ipswich.
Yeah, at least the Ipswich numbers are red, so at least you can tell the numbers apart.
Correct.
So the ball's now in the air to start this game off, tapped down by the Ipswich side. Ipswich can make the break. No, it's picked up by Coorparoo. Coorparoo handballs out. Gets one away, but it's in the dispute on the ground now. No one's going to pick it up. Ipswich in dispute. No, now it's hard to see what's going on. You're right. Already off to a start. Coorparoo makes a break out of the centre, though. Nice kick. Short. Finds it. Number 10 there for Coorparoo. Can he find a man inside? He runs around the man on the mark. Kicks it long. Doesn't need to find anyone. But it's through for a goal.
Wow.
Goal to start the game there for Coorparoo. I thought he was going to look, but he ran around the man on the mark, kicked a goal.
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Didn't muck around.
Don't make me... Don't serve up comments that easy this early in the game. Because I could have said so much.
He's shirty early, ladies and gentlemen. Have a listen to it.
Not shirty. I got a lot of comments I could make.
Yeah, true. Let's not talk about the events of last Sunday. Back in the centre, they'll be in a moment. 1-0 plays yet to score. And St Kilda Fremantle tonight in the AFL as well, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully some score updates from the other Div 4 matches, which are underway tonight. More on that very shortly. Ball's about to be back in the air.
And it's back up. Ruck one down, but no one really there. But Coorparoo make another break out of the middle. Handball once, breaks a tackle, runs in, kicks it. Can they get a mark in the square?
Yep.
Yes, they can. Easy mark there for Coorparoo.
Wowee.
And this will be number 4 for Coorparoo. We have a team list tonight. Exciting. That's Cooper Marshall lining up for goal. So I need the help for the Ipswich side, obviously, because I don't know half the players. Like we said, we've had a bit of a team up with the Eagles this year. So Coorparoo kicks, pushes it out wide, and that's the first behind of the night for Coorparoo. Wasn't the best of kicks. It wasn't the hardest. Wasn't the hardest shot, but get those early kicks out, yips out. So it's 7-0. Only a minute and a bit in. And
you can tell how up and about Coorparoo are for tonight, being first game of the season and all. Having sat out on the sideline last week, they must have had itchy feet.
They're the familiar face in Tom kicking out of the back line, but he doesn't go very far. Ends up with number 7 for Coorparoo. Coorparoo's going to kick straight back in, and too easy. No one marking that Coorparoo player. It's Cooper Marshall again, the full forward, running into open pocket, and he's going to have another shot for goal. Way hard angle, a lot further out. Let's see if he does a bit of a buddy and kick this one, because, So he's lining up, not wasting his time at all. Ball coming in now. It's actually quite a long run-up. Kicks it. Nice kick off the boot. Kirby
very nice.
Doesn't make the distance. Ipswich will rush it through. And it's another behind. So that's 1-2-8 with Ipswich yet to score.
3 minutes played, opening quarter. We're still 20-minute quarters, right?
Yeah, still 20-minute quarters. Still all the same. Still all the same rules.
Except it's Div 3 now.
Another intercept almost by Coorparoo. Ipswich are struggling to get it out of their back half here. Picked up here, though, by the Ipswich. Dropped, though. Could have been a free kick, but it's not. Finds a free kick at the end of it. Free kick for holding the man against Coorparoo. Free kick to Ipswich.
Slight reprieve for Ipswich.
Lucky to get
a chance
to
clear their own back line.
Not the greatest of kicks. Centering. No. Bailey drops it. Goes to Coorparoo. But Bailey taps it away after the handball, but taps it straight to number 16 for Coorparoo. Very good there by Noove. Spoilt. Still in dispute here. Picked up by Ipswich. Coorparoo intercept, though. Ipswich 1, 2, 3 handballs. 4 handballs. 5 handballs. Kicks. Wonderful
Straight
goal.
through.
That was really good football, and it's showing Coorparoo is a very good side.
Yeah, and to be fair, we didn't really, because we were so rudely interrupted earlier, we didn't get a chance to elaborate on the competition and who might the favourites be. But certainly, based on what we saw from them in Div 4 in 2023, I want to say, Coorparoo would have to be right up there in contention.
Yeah, all the teams that were Div 3 last year will always be a bit tough to beat. So your Coorparoo, your Marukas, your Collingwood Park. So you got to remember, this is 2 divisions pushing together. So even though there's an upper echelon of Div 4, it may be mid-range Div 3. So it's really hard to tell so far as the ball's rucks up. And then it's one down again by Coorparoo. Clearances galore here. And they're nice... spoiled by Manoos, but it falls to the advantage of Coorparoo. Coorparoo kicks it high, long to the top of the square. Tom's there. No, he drops it. Ipswich gets it, though, luckily, and kicks it out, but who to?
Big kick.
Just to space.
Needed that.
Tapped away by Coorparoo towards the boundary.
Out of play.
If that was AFL, that probably would have been insufficient intent.
Deliberate, yep.
But, who knows the rules these days with that.
That's true.
Also, how long is 15 metres? We've got to see if the umpires know this game.
Is this with regards to maybe the jumper you're wearing at the moment? Is this a Bulldogs reference, or is this just a general Div 4 reference from last year?
So here we are showing Zach Caban actually doesn't watch football because he supports Sydney.
Correct, yes.
That would be the note that there's been a lot of dispute about how long 15 metres is, what's play on, what's not. Come on, mate. I know it's round 2, but...
just call the game, would you?
The ball comes out for... Ipswich, but it's not made very far, and it's now in dispute. Ball up just outside the 50 on the wing for the defensive 50 for Ipswich. I'm still trying to find my feet.
I'm not going to lie, we started maybe a minute or two early too, folks. We're 6 minutes into the quarter, and it's only 7:35 Eastern.
Coorparoo win the ruck, but they get tackled, and it's going to be holding the ball. Free kick to Ipswich. Good tackle there. So needs to push it out wide. There's a free man out here. They've lost him now. Too late now. Oh, he's going to go to him anyway.
Going.
He's now gone to a 2-on. Pushed in the back. Play on. Needs to get to it. Goes out of bounds. Whoop. That's still in.
No.
That's still in. Umpire called out of bounds. That was a bit of gamesmanship there by the Maruka bench. Let's be honest. Everyone thought that was going out of bounds. Coorparoo's bench.
Coorparoo, yes. I was going to say, Maruka was last week. Keep going.
I am... Again, it's still my first game back. At least I know the rules.
Thank you.
Obviously, the umpire didn't go out of bounds, but
I'm
the ball
just here
up
to
anyway.
do intros and outros, ladies and gentlemen.
Coorparoo kicks it long. Almost a big mark there, but put down. Ipswich handball out, but it's going to the boundary line. Not quite yet. Handball. Still not out. Now that's out. Big tackle. All stays in.
Tapped in.
That was a great tackle. Ipswich handball straight to Maruka.
Coorparoo, yep.
Maruka's easier to say. Can we just call him Maruka?
No.
That's Coorparoo. They're my new...
I love it.
They're my new what? Mount Gravatt.
Mount Gravatt. That's right. Or actually Rattlers. Mount Gravatt Rattlers, you were calling them last year at one point, I'm sure.
Bit of argy-bargy out there.
It's good to be back on a Friday night, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen?
You're getting your own back. I haven't been mean to you on air yet. I've been mean to you off air, but I haven't been mean to you on air. As Coorparoo get a kick forward to the top of the square. Woodsy's there, though. Takes... Mark paid.
They're going to pay the mark, and rightly so.
Very fair. Woodsy kicks out wide to AJ. Doesn't quite get it, though.
Hits the ground.
Picked up by Ipswich. Handball.
Oh, jeez.
Connects, finally. 36 for Ipswich. Kicks it towards the centre. Straight
into the Coorparoo hands. Another intercept. Another turnover. Story of the night so far.
Yep, and then they find a nice kick right in the middle of the top of the 50. Number 49 for Coorparoo. Kicks it out to the pocket. Can they get a mark? News is there, but he can't quite make it, and it's a mark to Coorparoo. Far pocket, though. It's not going to be an easy kick for goal. Drew would kick it if he was out there. He's sitting next to me tonight. But look, can he kick it from there? It's a long kick, very hard angle. Actually, it's where we take pot shots from at training when we train out here too. So he does have the practice from there, Drew. Old Drew. So, but here we go, lining up. This would be Coorparoo's third goal or third behind, either way. Kicks it. Nice kick off the boot. Looks good. Too far wide across the face.
Strays to the right.
Behind. So it's 2-3-15 with Ipswich yet to score. Feel the vibe? It's a bit
8 3/4 minutes. It is very quiet.
8 3/4 minutes. So it's 11. Yeah,
just a little bit quicker off the blocks so far, Coorparoo. Football's a funny thing, isn't it? Momentum, possession, territory. It's been all Coorparoo so far.
Yeah, and it hasn't really gone past.
No.
In front of us, because we're right in the middle. Big mark there by Bailey.
Had the potential to, but they called it out of bounds.
Center of the field. Mark dropped there by Ipswich. He's going to go straight back in for Coorparoo, but it's free kick fault on the man against Coorparoo.
There we go.
Free kick to Ipswich is going to be a first chance to push forward.
Finally, we're going to head down towards the town end of the ground.
Oh, it's Bob, is it? Can't tell that's Bob from here because he's got a blonde hair. And if anything, he looks like Noobs. When Noobs had his M&M hair last
dropped.
year.
It's spilled.
Bailey drops it. But he kicks. Coorparoo kicks it out to the wing. Here comes the
ball bouncing.
Ipswich goes the ball. Good bounce. Good bump there by 26 for Coorparoo. Another big bounce there by Bob. Free kick downfield, though, for a bit after the fact. Probably fair. I don't know. I could have said it was in time. Centering kick, though, by Coorparoo, and they got to line up for goal. Number 14 for Coorparoo. That is Ruben Webb. So another shot for goal here for Coorparoo. Very good start by them. Ipswich is just struggling to get it past the centre circle at the moment, and they're getting dominated in clearances. Lining up. Good kick. Oh, not the greatest kick off the boot, but it does the job. Touched on the line, I think they're claiming. It is touched on the line, so that's the behind.
2-4.
2-4-16. Ipswich are lucky at the moment. They're,
6 scoring shots,
like,
only 16 points.
Cooper are kicking like Ipswich a little bit here.
Yeah. Jeez.
Look, I can say that. I've had 3 years of watching some interesting kicking from Ipswich sides. As run down by Coorparoo, but it's going to fall straight to the hand of Ipswich. AJ's got it. AJ handballs. Back to Bob. Bob sells some candy. Runs around. Takes a bounce. Handballs to himself. Doesn't get it, though. 21 for Coorparoo. Intercepts it. They're going forward. High contact there.
Yep.
Called by the umpire behind the play, which is fair. Play on by Coorparoo. Can they find a mark? Yes, they can. Another mark there. Lining up for another goal. Number 4. This is Cooper Marshall again. This will be his second.
If he can get this, it'll be the third one of the night. It'll be a 22-point lead, and we're just past the halfway mark of the first quarter.
Considering the score in the final score on Thursday, it's already going to be a bit hard to come back on.
Correct.
Lining up, though. We've seen he has not great from this spot, and he's still not.
No.
Another behind.
Jeez.
That's 2-5-17 with Ipswich yet to score, so we've learnt. He needs to kick from the boundary 40 metres out, not close angles like that.
And maybe running home towards the rough base then might actually work well for Ipswich one.
Well, it could be. I mean, we can't really say it's the wind that's helping them.
No, that's right. There's none. It's a very still night, which we're not complaining about.
Tom kicks it wide. Can they get a mark? No touch. It should. Look, ball up there. Could have been a free kick because there was no real touch off Ipswich. So, but it's going to be a ball up just outside inside 50 for Coorparoo. Coorparoo taps it down. Who can win it? Get it on the boot. Smothered off the boot by Ipswich. Picked up by Ipswich. Handball once, twice, but it's going to go straight into Coorparoo's hands. Oh, still in dispute there, just outside 50. Now picked up cleanly by Coorparoo. Number 15 is running onto it. Taps it to himself. Can he pick it up cleanly? Yes, he can. Handball. Kicks. Easy goal.
Straight
goal
through the
for
sticks.
Coorparoo. 3-5-23. Ipswich yet to score.
Straight through the hay diddle diddle. That one was clear and precise. 13 minutes played. 3-5-23. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. And I'm trying to get the producer's attention because I've got no way of going to the ad break at the moment because his computer's just shut down. So he might have to jump onto that. He's trying to be cameraman and producer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's a delicate juggling act. Thank you, Bradley. Yeah, exactly. All right, so 23 plays, nothing at the moment. 6 3/4 minutes to go, 6.5 to go by the time they get the ball in the air in the first quarter. You're listening to Friday Night Football on the platforms of West Bremer for the first time in 2025 round 2 action in the AFL Queensland Division 3 South competition.
And the ball's back up, tapped down by the Ipswich, but it falls to Coorparoo. Coorparoo's going to make another clearance here. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I thought it was going to be intercepted there.
Oh,
still
dropped.
a bit Coorparoo, one step around, one handball. Long kick. Can they get a mark?
Jeez.
Not quite, but it falls to the advantage of Coorparoo. Can they pick it up, put it on the boot? They can.
Oh, wow.
Another goal.
Just dribbled it through beautifully.
Easy goal there. Eat from a clearance. 4-5-29. Ipswich yet to score.
9 scoring shots so far.
Very quick quarter so far, too. We've only got 5 and a bit minutes to go.
That's right, correct. And there's been so much happening out there.
One way.
No shortage of intensity, but just everything falling the way of the Kings at the moment.
And it just shows how strong of a side they are. We knew what they were like when we played them here last time, and they kind of kept the intensity up from when we played them. And yeah, it's might be a long night out here if it keeps up this way.
And remember your words in the opening segment?
No.
We probably got the better of the two games. He said, let's wait and see. 29 plays nothing.
I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago, let alone at the start of the segment.
Hearing you.
So the ruck's one down. We might finally get a clearance here for Ipswich as AJ looks to pick it up on the wing. He kicks it long. I'm going to count the clearance for Ipswich. It's because it's gone toward them. It's pushing it back against Ipswich. Free kick to Coorparoo, and it's going to go straight back in the other direction. Centering kick by Coorparoo. They find a mark. They're good transition here. They're going to switch it again. Good kick. Can they find someone? They can. Good mark. And watch the quick run around. Long kick forward for
Found
Coorparoo.
a man.
Mark taken in the deep pocket. Is he going to go for himself? It's number 7 here.
Nope. Tries to find something closer to goal and succeeds beautifully.
He does. It's a good kick and it's but not wrong. It's
caught Ipswich one napping, actually, to be fair.
Cooper Marshall again, and we saw him kick it from here last time. So this is his first edition after the 2 other misses. So lining up for his second goal again. Can he kick it this time, though? That's the question.
Buried on the far pocket to the right of your screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Off the boot now. Nice kick. Slightly to the right.
Straying right. So it's an even 5-goal game at the moment. 4-6-30 plays Ipswich yet to score. 16 minutes played first quarter. So we're 80% of the way through the quarter already. The first quarter of the season on the platforms of West Bremer Radio. Ball back in on the far side they go.
And it's Ipswich going to slow it down here a bit. I look at it. Woodsy gets a run on. Kicks it long. Nice kick there by Woodsy. Can he find a man? No, it's spoiled away. But it's a free kick there for arm chopping or something.
Arm chopping. Okay.
Okay then. But Ipswich finally get a push forward, but it goes out of bounds on the far wing, and it's going to be out of bounds on the full free kick to Coorparoo. I thought it was
arm chopping. Is that different to karate chopping, or yeah?
Yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask the question. Yes.
Typical Sydney fan.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Good handball there by Coorparoo.
You'll keep.
Long kick forward now. Can they get a mark? He's out the front. He taps over the back, hoping for someone to run onto it. But Ipswich run onto it. Handball once. Now they're going to go good kick. Finally reach the centre of the field. Mark it. No, good spoil there by Coorparoo. Force the advantage of AJ. He can't pick it up. Now pushed out wide. Number 22 gets it. Breaks one tackle. Handball. Finds a man. Gets a second handball. Kicks it short to a running man. He keeps running on.
Played.
Good handball. Will he run past for a second
Brilliant
one? No,
handball.
He'll run on number 10. Kicks it across the face for a no score because it's a mark on the line.
Oh, wow.
Number 4 again. Wrap around the... Nah.
Executed beautifully, that play.
Unlucky not to be able to play on there because he did have the opportunity to run around to a goal. Now he's going to have to, either
set it up and play it from an angle, yeah.
This is...
difficult kick, this one.
This is Cooper Marshall again, but good kick. Off the boot. Does he get it?
They're going to give it.
What a kick. Can kick the hard ones. Cooper Marshall here, but good start here for Coorparoo. Keeps going. That's 5-6-36 with Ipswich yet to score and yet to enter 50. Not a great start here for Ipswich.
Not at all. Not even a forward 50 entrance in the first quarter. They've had 2 opportunities, I reckon. Two times they've been past the halfway centre circle, and they've just not been able to string the play together. Let's hope that a couple of interchanges might salvage something for them in the remaining minute and a half of this first quarter. 5-6 plays yet to score. Friday Night Football, West Bremer, and it's Ipswich 1 on the back foot at the moment. Not quite yet on the ropes, but certainly on the back foot.
They really want to score here to try and stem the flow here. And here's our first push forward for the night, and it's Mark.
Oh, no, it's not.
Coorparoo picks it up. Bailey's at us, make the tackle, bounces off.
Brilliant.
Let's get the second one. Here we go here. Intercepted by Ipswich. Ipswich 1. Kicks on the boot. Snaps it around the corner.
That'll do.
Man, that's a goal.
That'll do.
No touch there. Oh, and he called it touched. So it is a behind.
Actually, I reckon he's whacked the post there, the umpire.
Well, it's a behind either way. The crowd thought it was a goal. I thought it was a goal. Tracy thought it was a goal. It was behind.
I was with you.
And now it's already back into the middle of the ground for Coorparoo. Good handball here. Can they get a second one? There's a man running past in the ears. Kicks it wide now. Can he take the mark? No, but he's going to run onto it. Moves it there to pressure him. Gets a kick forward, though. Mark dropped there, but it falls the advantage of Coorparoo, but he can't gather it. Pushed in the back there in the tackle. Lucky not to be a free kick because he drove him into the ground.
20 seconds. Whether we get that ball up or not, we'll wait and see. 20 seconds to play.
Ipswich need to just kill it here. Coorparoo need a quick kick out of the ruck. Tap down. Falls to the boundary, which exactly what Ipswich wants. And
That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Should probably see it with only 4 seconds left.
3, 2, 1. And I don't need to say it when we're that close to the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. You would have heard it at home. Quarter time here at the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex. Friday night football, the platforms of West Bremer. Slow start for the home side, but some saving grace in the fact that they did get, we think it was a poster at the end of the first quarter. So it's 5-6 playing 0-1. We break now on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich. We come back with the second quarter and we'll go around the grounds as well. On the other side of this, make sure you stay with us on your home of sport in Ipswich, West Bremer Radio.
West Bremer Radio Online.
Ipswich, we have you covered for local news.
We know people have been experiencing things like rashes. They feel nauseous and they feel sick.
The local stories that matter to you 7 days a week.
Council is working hard to manage ongoing impacts of this industrial action on bin collection services.
West Bremer Radio Local News. Subscribe now through our website to have it delivered to your inbox daily.
That 24/7 hour surveillance is paid for by the ratepayers of Ipswich.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm the Secretary of the Ipswich Volunteer Crime Stoppers Committee. Queensland is unique to most Australian states and territories in that the program is supported by local volunteer area committees. Crime Stoppers is a community volunteer organisation that believes the general public can help make a difference in solving and preventing crime. Crime Stoppers provides a telephone hotline and website for members of the community to provide anonymous information about criminal activity. The information is then forwarded to police. Rewards can be offered for information leading to an arrest. The Ipswich Crime Stoppers Volunteer Committee meets on the third Wednesday of each month at the Ipswich Sports Club at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to join us or for more information on Crime Stoppers, visit crimestoppers.com.au.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm. There's a great TAB plus keynote, 20 of the latest gaming machines. Drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
Could you recognise if one of your friends or family was having a stroke? Think fast.
F. Face.
Check their face. Has their mouth drooped?
A. Arms.
Can they lift both arms?
S. Speech.
Is their speech slurred or confused?
T. Time.
Don't wait. Call 000 now. Think fast. Act fast.
A message from the National Stroke Foundation.
Terrific to have you covered wherever you're tuning in, all around Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, or indeed the world. We're live, we're local, we're exclusive, we're free via the website, and Amazon Alexa and Google smart speakers and the app, unless you are a customer of the Android company at the moment. And I say that because Android is superior. Okay. We'll have that conversation at a later point in time. Hello, Bradley. Nice to see you. Hello, Jack Hasler. Hey, it is Friday night football. And it's, unfortunately, I hesitate to say it, but it's got a feeling of 2024 all over it at the moment.
And 2023. And 2022.
Right.
Not 22. We actually got a few wins.
Correct. Let's go around the grounds very quickly. The Parramatta and Cronulla game at Suncorp Stadium to get Magic Round underway. Cronulla 26-18 victors over the Eels there. The Roosters, Dolphins still to come. Earlier tonight, if you're a Super Rugby fan, the Blues too good for the Western Force. 40 points to 19. The rest of those matches coming up tomorrow. And we're hopeful of some AFL Queensland scores coming in as we go here. We didn't get a chance earlier, Jack, because of circumstances to mention the other fixtures being played tonight. Jimboomba taking on Maruka. This match here, Ipswich 1 and Coorparoo. Sherwood up against Redland Victoria Point. Mount Gravatt facing Greater Springfield. Ipswich 2, of course, taking on Collingwood Park. We mentioned that the other day. And Maruka 2 taking on Alexandra Hills. Now, that's over at Alexander Park. Interesting additions to the competition. So much change year on year, but good to get a chance to have a look later in the year at Alexandra Hills, at Maruka, at Collingwood Park as well, mate, among others.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see some of these teams, and after this round, we actually not only we're going to see a bit more details in the sides, because we've seen a couple of them play more than once. We've seen them all play at least once, which will be good to see. And it'll give us a bit more of a gauge, as we can see now that Coorparoo, I know it's only the first quarter we've seen them play all year, but they seem to be the team that will be tough to beat this year.
Indeed. Now, remember, it's St Kilda up against Freo tonight in the AFL, and already St Kilda leading Freo 1 goal, 1 plays, 1 goal, 0. Can and how Ipswich 1 turn this around in the second quarter?
Score more points, firstly.
Score any.
But to get that in to start with, they need to start getting it forward and winning the clearances, because they're winning the ruck, probably 50-50 in the rucks, but the centre's just being dominated by Coorparoo, and the siren's about to go for the next quarter. There it is. So let's see if they can at least get the first clearance of the game, the quarter. The ruck is 1 down by Coorparoo, but it falls to Bob, who's tackled without it. Play for the free kick, doesn't get it, so Coorparoo's going to push forward.
And they get the first mark of the quarter.
And it's going to enter 50 now for them, and it's a good kick. 2-on-1, can't get it though. Can the Ipswich pick it up? No, they can't. Picked up by Coorparoo. Coorparoo kicks it forward. It's going. Hit the post. That's another behind. So it's 5-7-37. Ipswich 1 behind. And much like the start of the first quarter, except this time it was a point, not a goal. Good pick up there by Noobs, who handballs it. But he's tackled with it. Plays on, runs into an open goal, kicks across the face.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Shanked it.
Very, very selfish there. He thought about stopping, but he saw the open goals run onto it, sprayed it, and that's another behind for Coorparoo. 5-8-38, Ipswich 1 behind. And old Zachy Caban sending off some love letters while we commentate.
I'm absolutely not. I reserve that for when I'm not on the clock.
Big mark there by Bailey. Bailey kicks it out wide. Can they get a mark here? They can. It's dropped by Ipswich. I called it too early. Tackled out the ball. Come on, umpire.
Come on.
Now it's in dispute. What's he going to call?
Ball up, surely.
Ball up. That's a bit of a compromising position there. Good thing. Good thing it's not visual.
Yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Correct.
Tap 1 down by Coorparoo, but it falls to AJ for the Ipswich. I keep going for the Cats, but
it's easy with the Guernsey, of course. Yeah.
Centering kick here. Finds Coorparoo, going to make a nice cross, and it's pushed out to the far wing. But almost intercepted by Bob.
Ball on the ground.
But it's on the ground. You're right, and it's going to be picked up by Coorparoo. Good spin handball. Smothered off the boot. Great work there by Ipswich.
They're just finding their men tonight, aren't they, Coorparoo?
They are. Noobs now has it. Nude passes smacked after we got rid of it. Play on, though, by the umpire. Drew was not happy. I think he was about to jump the fence there and start up fighting. But it's now pushed out for Coorparoo. Kicks it wide. Can Joe get there for the Ipswich? No, he can. Yes, he can. Can he get the tackle late? No, he breaks it. Good break there by Coorparoo. Mark taken. Now that's strong hands there. It's all Cooper Marshall again. He's having a ripper. Pretty sure last time we played, he kicked the bag. So he's true to form. He likes coming out here, and he's lining up from outside 50. Can he get it all the way? And we wait. Kicks on the way. Pushes across, but it's swinging back. Can it get the distance? It can. It's another goal there for Coorparoo. It's 6-8-44. Ipswich 1 behind.
So 3 minutes into the second quarter and the first goal of the quarter, but all the territory, again, momentum with Coorparoo at the moment. Despite a couple of spectacular moments for the Ipswich squad, they just need to string the play together a little bit cleaner.
A little conference meeting in the middle there for the Ipswich mid, and they're trying to just figure out how they can get the clearance to work, because that's what's killing them.
Coorparoo have mastered that, haven't they? And they have done from the outset.
And that's how you win games in Div 4, Div 4 footy and Div 3 footy, obviously.
Correct, yeah.
And tapped down there by Coorparoo. And look, another clearance there, running straight through. Can they find a mark? Looks like they should be able to. Big man's there. Good mark.
Specky.
That was a great grab.
And I tell you what, if there wasn't a pack of players there, that one could have easily bounced and gone straight through the sticks.
So there's actually someone else lining up for goal. Number 7, who is their captain, Will McAdam. So Will McAdam lining up for a goal here to put him even further in front and stretch the lead out to 49 and score to 50. Lining up. Can he kick it? Kicks it well.
And that's
another goal there for Coorparoo. So it's 7-8-50. Ipswich 1 behind.
We are that close to the bench that we can hear clearly the messages that are being relayed out onto the field to the players.
He's a bit louder than Peter Jensen, isn't he?
Just a little bit. And on that subject, if the microphone is good enough that it is picking up any adjectives at home, ladies and gentlemen, we can only apologise in advance. And that's all I'm going to say on that matter. Exactly. Oh dear. Ball back at the centre. It's 50-1.
Tap one down by the Cats. Can they get a clearance? They get it. One. Handball out. Oh, he drops it and leaves it behind. Perfect for Coorparoo. Tackled without the ball. Umpire doesn't call it. Play on. Finally a clearance here for Ipswich. Ipswich kicks it long, but it's to no one. Coorparoo takes it and going to get it straight back out. One handball, but he fumbles it. It's going to go out of bounds here, and it does. So it's in the right position here, but I don't know what happened there. He kind of went to handball it and just dropped it. It's
like a sack of spuds.
Yes, it was quite interesting to watch. But the wall
bit like the Herschel Gibbs moment. You just dropped the World Cup.
Wow.
Keep going.
It's football, not cricket.
I know. Just to describe the quality of the drop. That's
I think it's a bit of a difference here. But you're right. It was quite a simple thing that he just dropped. As the ball's one down, AJ's got it. He kind of throws it away, but behind the umpire's back, and Coorparoo get it. Kicks it wide. 22 for Coorparoo. Has it now. Slows it down a bit. This is exactly what Coorparoo want to do now, because they've kind of been stunned here by Ipswich a little bit. And they've got to reset here. 55 has it. That could have been 50. He didn't stand, but umpire lets it go. And now they're slowing it down. Centering kick over the top, and finds Coorparoo in the end. Now straight down the middle. Intercept, though, by Ipswich. So might we see a little bit more tactical here rather than the fast pace? For my voice, I kind of want it to be for a bit. Oh, Bob tries to go for the mark. Doesn't get it, but it's marked there by Ipswich anyway. Centering kick, and it's a 50.
That'll do.
50 metre. It's going to bring
we'll
him
take
within,
that.
possibly within kicking distance.
For the first of the night, potentially, for the Ipswich 1 squad. 6.5 minutes played in the second quarter. 13 and a quarter minutes out from half time.
Really big 50 metres too.
Huge.
He was almost in
Very
front
generous
of us, and
50
now
metres.
he's pretty much in the square.
Very generous.
So lining up
Should
directly
slot
in
this
front,
through.
about
25 metres out. Don't look at me like that. If I have put the mock on it, I have put the mock on it, but that looks good to me.
You're lucky. You're about to be kicked out of the booth and replaced by Spark. You'll be on cameraman duty if you miss that. But he did it. First goal there for Ipswich. 1-1-7.
Hang on.
Coorparoo still leads 7-8-50.
There's a booth here? What?
I said cameraman duty.
No, you said I was about to be kicked out of the booth. What booth?
Oh, man.
We're broadcasting on the sideline. It's Frank Hyde style. It's fantastic.
Where do I hand my resignation in, Sparky? Over it.
It's good to be back.
And look.
Between getting the sledging from him in the brekkie segment, and hello at home, by the way, and getting the sledging from you about the Sydney Swans efforts in recent days, I feel as though I'm due a couple of uppercuts in the other direction.
Look,
ball back in the centre.
If I want to, I can talk Sydney all day.
Yeah,
and the taps run down here by Ipswich, but it forces the advantage of Coorparoo. Make that break that they've been getting all night. Mark
dropped.
Taken. It looked like it was Ipswich. Ended up in Coorparoo hands. Woodsy's there, but it falls through.
Grubbing it through.
I don't know if you could hear what Drew described that one, but it was a joke apparently. It went straight through the hands and straight into the lap of Coorparoo for another goal.
What was interesting about that one, 8856 plays 117, by the way. What was interesting about that one is that there was no whistle for the mark. The ball was there. It was gathered up pretty quickly and cleared.
Yeah, but let's have a look. Everyone thought it was an Ipswich mark,
Well,
and then
that's
Cooper
right.
came down with it. So I guess the umpire did make the right call because it obviously went through hands of both
Well, that's right.
sides. You don't actually see that called very often. Normally it's just they choose whoever ends it up in the
Correct.
end gets the mark.
So we're back in the centre, and Coorparoo have got all the momentum in their favour at the moment.
And it's in dispute now, picked up by Coorparoo, but it quickly met in the tackle. Handball out. Another centre clearance here. Mark dropped by Ipswich, and they tap it into the advantage. No, picked up by
That's better.
Noobs. Centering, long kick by Ipswich, but it falls straight down back into Coorparoo. But it's heading the right direction. Intercept mark by Ipswich again. Bit of forcings back here, but it's in the right. They kick out wide to the wing. Can they get a clean mark here? They can. Slow transition here by Ipswich, but it could be what they need. Centering kick. Mark taken. Solid hands there. Long kick now. Floater. Falls to Coorparoo. Picked up. Handball once. Gets around. Second handball. 15 for Coorparoo. Long handball. Great transition here. Kicking it long. Mark taken. He can turn and go, but he doesn't. Slows it down. He's going to... Oh, what a fake lead there by Coorparoo. Leads into an open goal. Wow. Kick off the ground. Goal. So
Number 9.
What I was trying to describe there was the main full forward led forward, taking all of the Ipswich defenders out of the square, leaving Coorparoo to just kick it over the top and being able to, even though they didn't get a clean possession, kick it off the ground and kick a goal.
Hasler, we've been doing this this is now year number 4. And I know you don't like me mentioning certain statistics and certain numbers, but that margin is already 55.
Swap. Back here, Sparky. We'll get him on the camera.
No, you don't want that. The audience at home does not want that. I couldn't keep it straight. I would not, even on a tripod, I would not be able to keep it straight.
Tap one down here by Ipswich. Can they finally get another clearance? They do. They kick it well. But the defenders for Coorparoo are playing in front, and they're going to kick it out wide. Over the top, but it still could work out for them. It's going out. Tackled over the line, almost into the spectators. Great tackle there.
Actually, you mentioned Sparky on the camera. If you want the sound and vision experience, ladies and gentlemen, go to the West Bremer Sport Facebook page. It's up there live at the moment. You can watch Friday Night Football from live from Marsden.
Yeah, I forgot to tell people that it's, we were trialling it if it was going to work first, and now it actually is live for this quarter. Kick out by Ipswich. Forward. Falls to the ground. Now that I remember this on live, now I'm just being a bit more nervous. I got a face for radio. I don't have a face for this live stuff. Free kick here for Coorparoo, though. Plays on. Oh, dangerous position to play on, but gets around it. Kicks it long. Only Ipswich there, though. Can he find a mark? There's lots of options, but no one. He's just taking his time, and he's letting Coorparoo man up. And now it's going to fall straight into Coorparoo. Or over the top.
Yeah, over the top.
But tapped down to Coorparoo. Tackled without the ball. Umpire letting it go. Picked up by Ipswich. One handball. Intercept by Coorparoo, but it's tapped down.
Messy.
Ipswich has it. Well, here we go here. Can they get it? One. Bob has it. Handballs backwards. Finds Bailey. No, he doesn't. Finds Ipswich. Still not over. It looked like it's about to go over the line.
And Coorparoo clear it just in the nick of time for them. And a good clearance as well.
That was. Coorparoo have space now. Nice kick over the top to the... Oh, drop marks. Might have saved Ipswich there. Or sling tackle. Dangerous tackle. Free kick there for Ipswich. That is fair. Although, let's be honest, not that hard to sling Noobs, and he doesn't weigh very much.
Oh, that's not very nice. So
But
a
he's
little
looking
drive by our
good tonight,
Noobs.
Noobs. Probably, he's had one of his better games so far. Good by Ipswich, good by AJ there. Doesn't mark it, but he managed to get the kick away. Puts it forward, punched away. Picked up by Coorparoo. Coorparoo gets around one. Kicks it out to the pocket. To the wing, sorry. Handball now. Good movement. Pushes out towards us. Mark dropped. Here's a chance. Can he break the tackle? He fends off one. Gets the kick away, but it's smothered off the boot. Here goes Ipswich. Ipswich kicks it. Now it's heading in the right direction again, but it's into space. Coorparoo's there. Picks it up. Gets around one. Gets around two. Kicks it. Mark there by number 7. Directly in front of it. Kicks it long. Or
to space.
Not actually a good bounce at the end. One handball into an open goal. Not a great kick, though. Spray for a behind. So it's 9-9-63. Ipswich 1-1-7. Unlucky there for Coorparoo, but it let up for Ipswich. 6.5 minutes to go.
So 9-9 plays 1-1. And it is 6.5 to go until half-time. Ball back in. And, Ipswich would have got the ball. At least now I've done it. But unfortunately, very quickly turned around for Coorparoo as they look now to get it back in their forward direction. And then an intercept by the Cats and needed.
It was kicking out wide now, but is there going to be about a market here? No, Coorparoo straight down the throat, in between two. Now I was about to call them the Eagles. In between two Ipswich.
We're going well tonight, folks. We're a bit rusty, aren't we? Yeah.
And has fallen down to the advantage of Coorparoo.
It's good to be back.
One pick up. Can he get the handball away? He does. And a good Shepherd laid too. Number 49 kicks it. Can they get a mark? Not quite, but it falls down in the pocket now. Picked up by Coorparoo. Centering kick. Open goal. And then, just like the coach asked, why? Why were there someone free in the square like that? Easy goal there for the captain.
So that's 10-9-69 plays 1-1-7 at the 14 3/4 minute mark of the second term, 5 1/4 to half time. Don't forget, we will have around the grounds at half time. We will obviously dissect the first half. We'll catch our breath as well and get ready to go again, ladies and gentlemen. Score coming in from one of the other matches. Sherwood currently 5-5-35 playing Redland Victoria Point 2-0-12. 23 points the margin there in favour of Sherwood at the moment. I like that some of the clubs are updating the game result live as we go. So if any more results come in as the night plays out, we'll bring them to you live here on West Bremer. Also at half-time, I promised it in Drive, the Sundown Rundown, an update from Sydney Motorsport Park where Ryan Cash has completed qualifying for the latest round of the Porsche Michelin Sprint Challenge Australia Series.
And Coorparoo make another clearance here. And can they take a mark? No, punched away by Woodsy, but it falls to the advantage of Coorparoo. Handball over the top, another open goal.
Oh, wow.
Wow, too easy. Two goals in a minute. Too easy there by Coorparoo.
They're running a mark.
And it's going to be tough watching for Ipswich if you're going to watch this one back. 11-9-75. Ipswich 1-1-7. Hey, Drew, is the itch still there? Or itch is gone for Drew, so may not see him for a couple more weeks.
He was getting itchy feet in the first quarter, but not so in the second. No. Gone.
Yeah, look, they just need to look for answers now. It's kind of, what can they do now?
I mean, Coorparoo probably started as favourites, but you probably weren't expecting it to be this one-sided this early in the piece.
And this is showing the fact that some of these guys haven't played a lot of football together. And whereas Coorparoo has probably played together for a good 5-6 years.
And Coorparoo have also played that step up into Div 3 for a season as well.
Exactly. As Coorparoo make another good handball. Kicks it out wide. Can they get the mark? They don't need it, though. There's time and space.
There is. Plenty of it.
Centering kick along the ground. Big spin there by number 10. Centering. Can they get a mark? Easily. Too easy. And that's number 4 again.
I think you just summed up the game in 2 words, Jack.
Too easy?
Yep.
Yeah, look. Cooper Marshall lining up for another goal. I've lost track. I don't know if you've been counting for him, but I'm sure they'll come tell us at half time.
Counting a barrel.
If you ask him.
Kicking a barrel at the moment.
And he's lining up to push through their 12th.
Does
12 goals for Coorparoo, 12-9-81. Ipswich 1-1-7.
We've been here a long time. And you've been here longer than me as part of the Cats framework on a Friday night, as part of the Ipswich framework on a Friday night when we do AFL. I'm not sure we've seen an 81-point half by anyone, first half.
Yeah, look, it just shows the class of Coorparoo. They're a very good side, and yeah, the extra year or two in Div 3 is really showing, and yeah, it's and
even 9 behinds. Like, I mean, a little bit more accuracy, and this could be a lot worse.
Yeah, look, you can really say that Ipswich are getting lucky here as the rucks run up, but you can tell who it's gone down to. It's fallen down to Coorparoo, but he's met in the tackle. Holding the ball. Didn't have a lot of time, but I guess he did run a fair way with it. So a bit of a let-off here for Ipswich as Bailey has it in the middle, kicks it towards forward. Can they get a mark? No, it's dropped by Coorparoo. It's in dispute. It should be a ball up. It's not. It falls out the back. AJ went to pick it up, but he can't. Now handball's out. Coorparoo has it. Coorparoo gets the handball away. One handball. Gone across the face. Dangerous. No. But works out for him to a free man in the far pocket. He's got to turn and go. Can he take a bounce? He takes one bounce. Dangerous on that sloppy side of the field. Tackle.
Made a meal of it. That'll be ball.
See, that's just inexperience and not knowing the ground. Out there is very damp, very boggy. And you can see as a kick forward, straight to Coorparoo. That is just pressure. Just think, we need to get it forward. We need to get it forward. Didn't have enough. Didn't think about it. Here we go. Tom's going to hear. Tom back forward. I love to see it. Tripped over, though. Unlucky Tommy.
And the other problem we've got at the moment.
He got it back, though. Look at the fight in him. Could have been on the ball. It's not. That's what Coorparoo wanted. High tackle, free kick there for Coorparoo.
The other problem we've got at the moment, too, is scoreboard pressure, Jack. So they're looking at trying to chase their tail, and that'll produce more mistakes than it will anything else,
There's only 55 seconds to go, so Coorparoo is going to ice it here. They're not going to let anything through. They've dominated this half. Mark dropped by the Kings. Oh, that should be a free kick to Bob, and it is. So they're going to need to be quick here. They've got 42 seconds to try and find another goal. Centering kick here. Can they get a mark? They
Good work.
do. Still got to move quick. They've got 33 seconds.
To set it up.
But he's slowed it down. Kicks it out straight down the middle. Straight down the throat of the Kings.
Jeez.
Not the smartest of kicks. Didn't think, just went long.
That'll do us, ladies and gentlemen.
20 seconds to go. Can Coorparoo manage to move quickly down the other end? Look, he's managed to take two bounces, but again, the same boggy spot. Again, not knowing the ground, but they still managed to pick up the fumble, push it forward. Mark dropped. 7 seconds, kicks it. Can they get a mark and get a kick after the siren?
No.
No, they can't. Coorparoo gets on the boot.
Oh, wow. That will count if it goes through. No.
Behind. So that ends the quarter. 12-10, 82. Ipswich 1-1-7.
75 the margin at the long break. I don't think any of us anticipated that scoreline when we arrived here this evening at the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex. That'll do us for the first half here on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break at this point from the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex. Great to have you along for the ride. Round 2, AFL Queensland Division 3 South underway for 2025. We'll go around the grounds next. An update from Sydney Motorsport Park as well. Jack Hasler's got a chance to catch his breath. We're back with his analysis of what was a very, very dominant 40 minutes for the Coorparoo Kings. You're listening to the platforms of West Bremer Radio and West Bremer Sport. Friday Night AFL on your home of sport in Ipswich. Don't go away.
Streaming live, this is westbremerradio.com.au.
Get ready, the Ipswich show is back in 2025 and it's going to be huge. Don't miss out on an epic program of live entertainment and fireworks every night in the main arena. From Paw Patrol to a Bison Stampede, Airtime FMX and chariot racing, there is something for everyone. Visit the cutest animals in the animal nursery and don't forget Sideshow Alley for thrills. Plus indulge in craft, cooking, photography and more at the Events Pavilion. Catch the West Bremer Radio team broadcasting live with some amazing prizes up for grabs. Be sure not to miss the magic of the 2025 Ipswich Show. May 16 to 18. Visit ipswichshow.com.au for tickets.
The average person spends 44 minutes a day thinking about food. At Oz Harvest, thinking about food is a full-time job because we're always looking for new ways to nourish our country and combat food waste and hunger. Every day, we rescue quality surplus food across Australia and deliver it to those who'd otherwise go hungry. And you can help. Every dollar donated to Oz Harvest can provide 2 meals to people in need. Visit ozharvest.org. Thought for food.
Check Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm. There's a great TAB plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
West Bremer Radio Online.
Waking up with me, Dr. Dan, this week? Well, if you did, this is what you've missed.
I'm a bit over King Wally. Every time I pick up the paper, there's King Wally who's got another ailment.
They do attract the bees and the birds. And then
Clean
let
bottle.
me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. The horses have Epsom salts that'll make them do the runs. Wake up with me, Dr. Dan, Saturday mornings from 6 a.m. on West Bremer Radio.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I am the Secretary of the Ipswich Volunteer Crime Stoppers Committee. Queensland is unique to most Australian states and territories in that the program is supported by local volunteer area committees. Crime Stoppers is a community volunteer organisation that believes the general public can help make a difference in solving and preventing crime. Crime Stoppers provides a telephone hotline and website for members of the community to provide anonymous information about criminal activity. The information is then forwarded to police. Rewards can be offered for information leading to an arrest. The Ipswich Crime Stoppers Volunteer Committee meets on the third Wednesday of each month at the Ipswich Sports Club at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to join us, or for more information on Crime Stoppers, visit crimestoppers.com.au.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9 a.m. daily, lunch from 11:30 a.m. till 2:30 p.m, got dinner from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. There's a great TAB plus keynote, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9 a.m. every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
Hey, Gary, what time do you call this? Yeah, the traffic was really bad. Oh, there's Steve-o. G'day, Steve. Morning. How's your weekend? Same old, same old. What'd you get up to? Not much. Are you okay, mate?
Looking out for one another is something we all need to do. So if a mate's struggling, ask, are you okay? Listen, encourage action, and check in again soon. Those 4 steps could change their life. Find out more at areyouok.org.au.
Good to have you along for the ride, wherever you're tuning in, all around Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, or indeed the world via the West Bremer Radio website, app, Amazon Alexa and Google smart speakers. This is Friday Night Football for the first time in 2025, and it's live, local, exclusive and free from the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex, where it's fair to say, Jack, we've witnessed a demoralising first half at the hands of the Coorparoo Kings. They pretty much hit all their markers, ticked all the boxes. A little bit of inaccuracy, but that's been somewhat flattering to us on the scoreboard front. 75 points to the good at the halftime break, the long break, and there'll be a few tails dangling between the legs of a few Ipswich one players, I would imagine, in that change room at the moment. What do you reckon the coaching staff would be saying to the players at halftime?
Yeah, just winning clearances. That's what they need to do. I'd assume that's what the coach is telling them because yeah, it was just not very good football there by Ipswich. It's a shame to say that, but yeah, they were just getting killed and outclassed by a team that's very, very good at football.
Yep. Say hello to everyone at home, Jack, on the Facebook live stream at the moment. If you are tuning in via our audio platforms, we are live in sound and vision tonight over on West Bremer Sport.
Make it sound like we've never been live on Facebook.
It's on the Facebook page there for you. Now, Coorparoo, they could pretty much just pluck it back into third gear and cruise home from here, couldn't they?
Yeah, but it's also their first game of the season. They probably want to make a statement, and unfortunately the statement is going to come
from a percentage.
Yeah, and at the moment, that percentage would be quite crazy. So you want to boost it up and prove to other teams that you're going to be a contender going into 2025 season. So.
Indeed. Now, just a reminder too, folks, that the Ipswich girls, the women play tomorrow in the AFL Queensland Division 2 Central competition. They play up against Alexandra Hills. They do so at Keith Surridge Park. It's at 4:45 p.m. I have refreshed the page here in Central Commentary, which is an outside broadcast set up, if ever there was one for you, ladies and gentlemen, to try and get some scores from elsewhere. Sherwood now leading Redland Victoria Point 48 points to 19. No other scores coming in at this point in time. But Sherwood at halftime 6:48 to 3-1 19. Magic round so far. The Sharks got the better of the Eels 26-18. The Roosters currently lead the Dolphins 10-0. Super Rugby earlier this evening, the Blues over the Force 40-19. AFL in the second quarter at the moment. And St Kilda, of course, up against Freo tonight.
Wow.
Are you surprised that St Kilda are leading by 21 points, 4-3, 27-106?
Well, St Kilda are good at Marvel. Let's just leave it at that. They're not good anywhere else. But Freo should be...
cheeky subtle sledge.
Should be doing better, but they're also going to be a bit mad. Saints haven't been playing their best football, and they were talked up a lot at the start of the year about how good they started, and they've kind of dropped off. So you kind of hope that they'd make a reply like this, but Freo also just have lost their legs a bit, and it's a bit disappointing start for Freo, but they're a side who can come back. So there's still a long time to go in that game.
Good news for our good mate Ryan Casher we were talking about Fernvale earlier with the Brisbane Valley Rattlers. Fernvale's favourite son is 7th on the grid for tomorrow's opening race in round 2 of the Porsche Michelin Sprint Challenge Australia Series at Sydney Motorsport Park. You can watch it on 7+, and the second race will be live on 7 Mate in all markets around Australia in the broadcast window between 4:30 and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The New Zealander Tom Bewley has taken pole position. Queenslanders Lachlan Bloxham 2nd, Tyler Greenbury 4th. And then Ramo Farrell in 6th and Ryan Casher 7th make up a very Queensland-oriented top 7 there. 4 in the 7, which is really, really good. New Zealanders, Victorians making up the balance of the top 10, the exception being Jack Jarjo in 8th place alongside Ryan there. The pole margin, Casher was only 0.58 off pole in the end. So that fresh rubber that he was preparing to put on the car for qualifying has certainly paid dividends for him. He'll start 7th. We're going to catch up with him in the next couple of weeks. Second half, let's see if it follows the same pattern as the first, and Coorparoo are going back to the airbase end of the ground.
I'd say only up from here, but normally that's what I say. We haven't scored by half time.
Correct.
So, look, going into this half, it's 12-10-82. Coorparoo lead Ipswich 1-1-7, and the ball's about to go in the air. They kind of just make sure everyone's in the right position, make sure everyone's ready.
6-6-6? Yeah.
6-6-6. They've still got technically another 40 seconds of the halftime break to go. But they're out there ready to go. I think they're not used to the cold. They want to go home. There's a siren. Ball's about to go up. And the third quarter's underway. Tap one down by Coorparoo. Not cleanly taken, but gets the handball away. Once, kicks it, tries to kick out of the air and doesn't. Can Ipswich pick it up? Well, he tackled without the ball there, sir, but kind of lets it go. Coorparoo gets it, kicks it out wide. Can they get a mark? Yes, they can. And then they've got it. Just outside 50. Long kick now. Deep in. Can they get a mark? No, it's punched away by Ipswich. Falsely hands to Coorparoo. Coorparoo gets a kick away. Out of bounds on the full, and it's gone deep into the cricket fields. So...
It'll be a while chasing that one.
Much like the other two quarters started, very quick by Coorparoo. We have been remiss to ask. I thought you were the king of research.
Okay.
What did you forget to check? You didn't check how well Coorparoo were last year.
No.
You've got to remember that they are the reigning premiers of Div 3.
Okay.
So...
well, didn't they win Div 4 the year before that? When they were here with us?
You're the one who don't do the research.
I'm going to have a look. You call the game, I'm going to have a look.
There's a goal there for Coorparoo as we were arguing
see what you miss? You're supposed to be the commentator.
This is why you meant to do the research.
Thanks.
Goal for Coorparoo, 13-10-88. Ipswich 1-1-7. But yes, this is the inform, probably the best team in Div 3 at the moment. So, yeah, look, Coorparoo are a strong side, and you can see how well they're going. So, minute and a half in, another goal there, and it's coming back to the centre. As Zach does his job now and actually does a bit of
it's Mount Gravatt in 2023. There you go. So when did Coorparoo win the thing?
Probably the first year we were here.
Probably 2022, yeah.
Look, we've been here for a long time. Look, becoming an old married couple, us two.
No, don't say it like that, jeez.
Good punch there by Ipswich. Finally push it forward. Bob tapped it forward straight into Coorparoo. Takes a break and kicks it. Can they get a mark? Yes, they can. Coorparoo on the pitch. Oh, Woodsy's hit the ground. Kicks out wide now. Can they get a mark? No, falls to the ground. Ipswich handballs it out. Now it's off the boot of Coorparoo going to the out of bounds. Is it? No, picked up. Kicked it out of bounds. Probably should have let it roll out. But now it's a free kick to Ipswich.
So they were the minor premiers in 2022, but Pack Pines beat them by 2 in the grand final of the seniors.
That's
that
right.
year in
Pack
Div 4.
Pines came from out of nowhere to win that flag. But they've always been a strong side because I'm pretty sure if we look at the ladder from that year, they were close
Yeah,
to
they won the game. They won the regular season. 16
They
played,
only lost
58
one
points.
game
They
and one draw.
lost one, drew one. Yeah.
And
So.
Pack Pines won it from second.
Mm.
And the mark's taken there by Coorparoo. Number 18, Hasler. Is he going to look towards the centre? He looks. Can he get him? Oh, over the top. Picked up. Oh, it's just a chorus of oohs from the crowd. Crowd being me. And the ball up there for inside the 50 for Coorparoo.
One thing I will say, and the ball's about to go back in the air, but you talk about the clearances from the centre ball up. That's been the defining point of so much of this game so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that's been where Coorparoo have really made the difference.
Bob now has it. Handball.
Over the top.
Can he get him up? No, he can't. Now dispute. Bob's going to... As a handball out by Coorparoo. 55 has it. Puts in the boot.
Grub it.
Picked up. Good, though. Bailey sinks the tackle, but gets the handball away. Good mark there by Coorparoo.
That's brilliant play.
28 there. That is Harry Johnston. What's he going to do? Is he going to have a shot from the near impossible angle, or is he going to centre it? Looks like he's going to have a shot as he's lining up. Nice kick off the boot. Does it make it? Touched. Behind. So that's 13-11, 89. Ipswich 117.
So 89 plays 7. That's a margin of 82 at the moment.
Punch away by Coorparoo. Can they pick it up? Ipswich get it. One handball. Bob has it. Handball. Can't find a man. Coorparoo, like they've done most of the night, are going to clean up the mess.
Yep.
Nice kick there. Can they find a man? No.
Oh, wow.
Ipswich has it. Oh,
No.
but he leaves it
Went without
behind.
it.
Taps it away by Coorparoo. Good Shepherd. Can he pick it up? He can, and then he gets the handball.
That's going out of play.
It did go out of play in the end. So,
Eventually.
Bit of trying to catch up Breslers in the far pocket, in the pocket now for Coorparoo. It's been sitting there a lot tonight. Ball's up. Rucks one down by Woodsy. Can they get a clearance here? Still in dispute. Might be another ball up. Should be another ball up. Is another ball up. So there's 5 minutes gone in this quarter. 15 to go. These quarters are going quite fast, aren't they?
Well, they all do when it's 20 minutes, no time on.
As it's pushed slowly forward by Ipswich. Can they get a clearance, though? No. Coorparoo get it. Kicking it towards the middle. Can they find a mark?
Going.
They can. What a mark there. Very strong in the pack. And he's lining up for Coorparoo's 14th. Look, it's
just to seal the deal, really.
Textbook football. This is their captain again. They've changed targets. It was old Cooper Marshall first. Now it's Will McAdam. And he's lining up for another. And really put a dagger into this one.
Here we go.
Lining up. Kicks. Hit the post. Oh,
Smash the post.
That was not the greatest of kicks. Well, it didn't look good off the boot at all. So it's 13-12-90. Ipswich 117.
And again, we come back to inaccuracy. It's not going to cost them tonight.
But it can cost you in
exactly
closer games, which we were expecting tonight.
You might be right. We might be.
Not a mark taken there. It's going to come straight back in for Coorparoo, and there's the mark spoiled in the square. Picks it up anyway. Kicks on the boot.
Goal.
Another goal for Coorparoo. 14-12, 96, 117.
I'm not going to say it. You should see the look I'm getting at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's filthy. Jack Hasler's filthy with me.
Yeah, because I know what you're saying.
But to be fair, I didn't think I'd be saying it this early in the match, let alone this early in the third quarter. So, 14-12, 96.
13 minutes still to go in this quarter, and can they keep him goalless for the next 33 minutes?
+4 is 3 digits, and yeah, and +11 is a 3-digit margin. I don't want to put too fine a line on it, but yeah, 96 plays 7 at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. 89 points the margin. 14-12 plays 1-1. Ball back in the centre and ball back in the air.
So can the Ipswich get the clearance? Falls down, but it's straight to Coorparoo. Handball, not the greatest of handballs. But they managed to work it anyway. Kicks out wide. There's two Coorparoo there. Plays on. Runs in. Sounds like it was touched off the boot. But it's fallen to the ground. Bailey taps it, but it goes the wrong direction. Coorparoo gets it. Coorparoo mark. What a mark! One hand down. That was impressive there. So that's a great mark by Cooper Marshall. That was... How did you describe...
He's the man of the match tonight, I think.
Yeah, look, him or...
without doubt.
Will McAdam could be fighting for it, but he is definitely... He just made it look easy. That looked like it was a drop and just went scoop and he kicks it through for their 15th
there
goal.
You go.
15-12, a number I can't read, to 117.
Okay, that's all right, mate. I'll give you my Specsavers referral. Hey, listen, let's be serious for a moment. Even when, this is my observation. Again, you understand the game of AFL a lot better than I do, but this is my observation. Even when Coorparoo aren't clean, there's someone there within their own troops, within their own ranks, to clean up their mistakes.
Exactly.
So they get away with it. We haven't had the opportunity to do that tonight because Coorparoo have been there to clean up ours as well. So it's tough going, but even though it is only their first game of the season, it just goes to show what a well-polished, well-oiled machine they are.
Blocking a free kick there to Ipswich. You'll get finally
a rare mistake.
An effort to go forward here. But he kind of just kicks
rare
it
indiscretion.
And into a pack, not the greatest.
Oh!
Bob nearly with a screamer. Jeez. But it forced the advantage of Ipswich. Ipswich, can they get a mark?
Bob trying to fly.
Over the line. Good defence there by Coorparoo.
Oh, boy.
That would have been good to have on film if he marked
That
it.
would have been a specky.
What a way to bring in the, filming an Ivor Marsden.
I know. How good.
I've seen him high before, but not like that.
Oh. No, we're safe. It's 20-9. We can get away with that sort of humour. I like it. I'm all for it.
The ball's up now. Can they get a goal? Bob's sniffing a goal here, but it falls down to Maruka. To Coorparoo. I'm going to do that all night still. Coorparoo, good kick here.
First time since the first quarter.
I've been trying not to, that's why. Coorparoo gets it. Breaks one tackle, gets a kick away.
Up she goes.
But it's only Ipswich there.
Bang.
But
no,
it's a drop,
fumbled
and
it.
like you said, who's there to pick
Again.
it up? But the Kings. The Kings kick it centred. Bit of pace in this game.
Hip and shoulder.
But Ipswich have it. Handball. Can they get it? They just need to get it. No clean hands there. Jeez.
Get it away.
It was
straight
just scrappy.
into...
Handball
here's
to
a
no
chance.
one. Handball there.
Flicked out the back. Coorparoo there to pick it up.
Holding without the
Rag
ball,
dog
free kick.
and free kick Ipswich.
And it's just scrappy, and they're not... A lot of what Ipswich is doing is just not being able to pick up clean possession. It's very, very sloppy football, and Coorparoo are just punishing them. And like you said, cleaning up their mistakes, because there's been a lot of them, unfortunately. As 22 kicks it long, can they get a mark in the square? There's a lot in there. Punch it through, Ipswich. And they do for a behind. So it's 15-13, 103, Ipswich 117. And it's all one-way traffic, really.
96 now the margin. 96 was the score a moment ago. And now here's a chance, finally, to get it up towards the centre of the ground.
As their mark is not taken,
spoiled.
It's spoiled away by Maruka, but it falls to the
Picked up, punched.
advantage of Ipswich, but it's straight into the hands of Coorparoo.
And again, two men there.
Kicks forward. Can they get a mark? They can.
Just that support and backup again.
Can they get a mark?
No,
Mark taken there by the captain. And there's the man running past for a handball. He doesn't go the option. He said he's going to go for the full forward. He doesn't take it cleanly this time. He drops it. Picked up by Noobs. Noobs kicks it long. Can they find a mark? Not quite, but they fall to the advantage. Handball smothered by Coorparoo. Coorparoo makes a mistake and can't collect it. It's picked up here by Ipswich and a straight tackle.
I'm all for you bringing your Triple M flavoured humour to the platforms of WBR2, by the way. I was impressed by that.
Yeah, lucky Spark's not listening properly. Too intent on his new role.
Correct. Doing a very nice job of that, too.
Switch there by Ipswich, not the greatest, but it still might pay off. But here comes someone straight off the bench. Didn't see him coming.
Ball heading towards us.
What a run, though. Oh, and he slips over. Come on. They're not talking now. They all just want the ball. They're kind of just fighting for it. They're fighting
Straight
against each other.
the Kings.
Picked up by Bob. Bob gets it. Kicks it long. Can they find a mark? It's into the right advantage. It's got to
It's going to the left-hand side. So First point of the quarter. First point of the half.
Lucky to score there because Ipswich just weren't communicating properly.
Ipswich won.
I just said Ipswich.
Yeah. 1-2-8 trails 15-13, 103. I don't think it matters what I say at the moment. The results are foregone conclusion. We're just rolling through the motions now,
Does
aren't
it ever matter what you say?
No, apparently not. I get paid to talk, but does anyone listen? No, apparently not.
You get paid for people to listen.
Mm.
So
Even if they don't want to listen.
If they play music, they'd be happy.
Just call the game. That's what he says.
Cats, Ipswich trying to call it out of bounds on the full, but the umpire's just going to ball it up because it's too far away to see, because it is a very deep pocket over there in the far side of the ground. Ball up in the air, tap one down into the path of Coorparoo. Coorparoo gets a handball away, makes a run, kicks it long towards the centre of the field. Can they get a mark?
Oy.
Punched away by Coorparoo. Can it force the advantage of Ipswich? It does, but they can't pick it up. Now Coorparoo just run through. There's an Ipswich on the ground, I think.
That's a ball call.
Free kick there for Ipswich. And there's someone on the ground now. I think it's from Coorparoo. It is Coorparoo. And he's not happy about it.
Not in a good way.
But it's 2-on-1 here. Not the greatest at kick.
Oh!
Goes the player. Works in the end. Still going.
A little bit sloppy.
Can they get the tackle? No, they can't. He just wants to blood. He just wants to hit someone. It's not the greatest at kick.
No,
And it's going
but
to
still
travel out of bounds.
taken out of play. And there's attention being paid to that player that's down in the centre of the ground still.
But just inside 50 for Coorparoo. No one wins the tap, but it's a block out free kick to Ipswich.
Free kick to
Advantage
Ipswich.
should be played, and it is. Bob makes a break.
Yes, Tommy!
Tom takes the mark. Tom's
At
got
what
AJ
point do they
running,
stop
but
play?
Tom's going to go for a shot himself.
At what point do they stop play? That player's still down in the centre on the cricket pitch.
He's not impacting the play, so when you got this time off, you want to try and
Copy
avoid
that.
taking the time off. So Tom, fullback master from last year, lining up
He's
for
up.
goal.
That's good.
Can he kick it? They wanted him to pass it. Is he going to prove him wrong? No, he
No,
kicks
to
it
the
across
right-hand side.
Mark on the... No Ipswich player contested that, and Coorparoo just mark it cleanly in the goal square.
So no
what?
score. No
so
score.
they had options to even... it's just hard to watch at times as
True.
Coorparoo goes for a handball.
So nothing's changed year on year on that front.
Yeah, look.
We're just calling it
big
as we
hit there
see
right
it.
in front of us. You can probably hear it in the mic.
Wow.
Big kick. Should be a kick downfield, but it's not.
38 just got poleaxed.
Here we go. Bailey's going to tackle him. He
Wooshka.
does. Held
Without the ball.
Yeah, that's a free kick against Bailey.
Every day of the week.
It was probably a bit... Could go either way. Kick out wide by Coop. Wow. How is Coorparoo so free? 22 has it. Can he find a man? Push forward. Massive roost on that one. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. Punched away by Ipswich, but falls the advantage of Coorparoo. Spoiled by Ipswich. No one's able to pick it up. Picked up by Coorparoo. In the pocket. Tackled. Should be a ball up, and it is. And there's still a bit of time on this quarter. It's 4 minutes 15 to go. It's in the pocket for Coorparoo. One down to Ipswich. Ipswich can't take the cleanly though. Kick it. Kicks finds no one. Falls the advantage. Eventually
Bob was in there.
Of Coorparoo gets it. Kicks on the boot. Mark taken by Ipswich. Woodsy on the last line.
Cleaned it up at
defence.
the back.
Can he find Noobs? And he does.
Yes.
Noobs got it. Slow play here a little bit. Centering kick, long kicks. But straight. Oh!
Oi.
Pick up here. Finally, I think Ipswich are able to clean up their own mess.
Jeez, there's been some big hits tonight.
Oh, good smother off the boot, but he kicks it anyway. Keeps going forward, but it's straight to Coorparoo. And then break through the middle. Clean mark. Lucky not to be a 50 for a push there.
Boy, oh boy.
And then we're still not a great kick,
Scoreboard
but-
not hemorrhaging as much as it was earlier, but still.
And
it is 95 points.
And then they can't quite get it. The captain kicks it wide. It's probably going to go out of bounds.
Bouncing and out of play.
And
a lot of movement out on field at the moment. Trainers, runners, etc. out there doing the rounds.
Yeah, look, there's boys are getting tired. It's the first,
I don't doubt that.
First hard contest. First long game, probably the first game that feels extra long.
Mm.
Because when you're out there in a game like
And there's
this,
still a quarter to go.
it just seems to drag on, so you're going to feel a bit tired. Whereas close games like they experienced last week would have been quick, because any moment you could lose it. As it's now a free kick holding the ball against Ipswich.
2.5 minutes to go on the quarter.
Coorparoo with a free kick just outside 50. Can they find a man in there? There's a lead. Ignored. Falls over the top. Falls to the Ipswich. Ipswich kicks it. Smothered. Picked up, though. Gets around one. Kicks it. Can they get a mark? No, but it falls to the advantage. But there's only Coorparoo there. One handball. Kick. Runs on. Oh, he should have played on there, and the umpire calls play on. He's should come out wide. There's a man there. And he does. Very good football. Can Bailey get there? He can't. Play on. Kicks. Not the greatest of kicks. Intercepted almost by Ipswich, but it's out of bounds. Minute 40 to go.
Oh, boy. 15-13, 103 plays, 1-2-8. A minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Umpire's got the ball in the forward 50 for the Kings. Ball back in the air, tapped down. Kings pick it up. Here's a shot. There's a goal. And there's your margin.
16-13, 109. Ipswich 1-2-8. So that the margin we've been not wanting to say has reached. It's 101 points into the favour of Coorparoo.
Correct.
So a minute to go in this quarter. Probably get one more bounce in, and probably, if we're being honest, maybe another clearance for Coorparoo. It'd be good to see Ipswich get a clearance out of this. But you can kind of feel the flat vibe on the ground. Even Coorparoo a bit quiet at the moment. Not their best quarter.
Not their worst, but not their best. You're right.
Tap one down there by Ipswich. Can they get to the advantage? They can. Picked up by AJ, but he's meant to tackle. There's no support for him. Lucky not to be a free kick, because he probably had a bit of time there, but there's a ball up, like you said.
One last chance, one last clearance for Coorparoo.
23 seconds to go. And the ball's up. Tap. Coorparoo. Coorparoo kicks it long. One last chance for him. And they're going to take it if they can. Then they do. Kick. Goal.
No.
Yes. Across the face.
Across the face.
One behind.
So it's 102, the margin. So it's a neat 16 goals.
16-14.
Sorry, 17, I should say. My apologies.
16-14, 110 to 128.
So it's 110 plays 8. It's 17 goals. 17 by 6, 102, yeah. I just had a dyslexic sort of moment there with my mathematics, and I'm usually better than that. It was my best subject at school. I was only saying that to someone last night. Right, we'll reset, we'll go again, we'll dissect that third quarter, we'll go around the grounds, we'll do all of that in just a few moments here on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich. It's already known who's walking away with the points tonight. The Kings now just look to ice it and finish the job, and the Ipswich 1 squad just tries to salvage some sort of redemption and pride out of that final quarter. If they can win the final quarter, it'll be some sort of morale lift after what's been a troubling night, a disappointing night at the office so far. We take a break on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich. We come back and wrap up Friday Night Football with the fourth quarter in just a few moments.
Did you miss waking up with me, Dr. Dan, this week? Well, if you did, this is what you've missed.
I'm a bit over King Wally. Every time I pick up the paper, there's King Wally who's got another ailment.
They do attract the bees and the bird. And then let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. The horses have Epsom salts that'll make them do the runs. Wake up with me, Dr. Dan, Saturday mornings from 6 a.m. on Bremer Radio.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I am the Secretary of the Ipswich Volunteer Crime Stoppers Committee. Queensland is unique to most Australian states and territories in that the program is supported by local volunteer area committees. Crime Stoppers is a community volunteer organisation that believes the general public can help make a difference in solving and preventing crime. Crime Stoppers provides a telephone hotline and website for members of the community to provide anonymous information about criminal activity. The information is then forwarded to police. Rewards can be offered for information leading to an arrest. The Ipswich Crime Stoppers Volunteer Committee meets on the third Wednesday of each month at the Ipswich Sports Club at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to join us, or for more information on Crime Stoppers, visit crimestoppers.com.au.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm. There's a great TAB plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
Hey, Gary, what time do you call this?
Yeah, the traffic was really bad. Oh, there's Steve-o. G'day, Steve. Morning. How's your weekend? Same old, same old. What'd you get up to? Not much. Are you okay, mate?
Looking out for one another is something we all need to do. So if a mate's struggling, ask, are you okay? Listen, encourage action, and check in again soon. Those 4 steps could change their life. Find out more at areyouok.org.au.
Important message. And we don't focus on it enough. Are you okay? Nice to have your company wherever you're tuning in. All around Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, or indeed the world, as we strap in and buckle up and get ready for the fourth and final quarter of round 2 action. AFL Queensland Division 3 South. Friday night football live from the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex. It's the Ipswich side taking on the Coorparoo Kings. The Kings led it by 102 points, 16-14, 110-128. And St Kilda at half-time. Jeez, is that all it is? Half-time, 27-7, and not... oh, wow.
Probably
okay.
from the middle of the quarter, not a score.
Jeez. 4-3 played 1-1. So 2-1 played 0-1 in that second quarter.
And no score.
Wowee.
That's crazy.
Fast game there at Marvel. There's no doubt about that. The Roosters lead the Dolphins 14-6 as they approach half-time as well. Let me see if there are any around-the-ground scores from the other matches. 48-19, still Sherwood, Redland, Victoria Point. No other scores coming in at this point in time. But we'll hopefully get something to you before the end. Coorparoo, very impressive in that quarter. Ipswich showing some fight, but without reward.
Yeah, look, it's hard to really fault anything that Coorparoo are doing. They're just slick, and even when they make mistakes, like you said, they're there to clean it up. So it's very hard to actually fault them as the ball is in the air to start the last quarter. In this game, is tapped down to no one. Picked up, though, by Coorparoo. Can they make a break? He breaks 2 or 3 tackles, kicks it long. Can they get a clean mark here? No, good punch there by Noobs, but straight into the path of Coorparoo. But they can't pick it up. It's in dispute. Picked up by Ipswich. Kick. But straight into the hands of Coorparoo, and their full forward kicks it down. Can they get a mark? No, it falls to the ground. It's now in dispute. Should it be a ball up? Should be a ball up. Is a ball up. That's a ball up there, just inside 50. Can I say ball up a few more times? I think I probably can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell them getting a bit tired.
Oh, no.
As it's tapped forward towards Coorparoo's goal. Can the Kings get an early one again? But it's gone out of bounds, and it's going to be a ball up. So, score still the same as it was at 3/4 time. 16-14, 110, Ipswich 1-8.
Thank you, Jack. I was just typing in some replies on our West Bromwich Sport Facebook page that were asking that same question. You've answered it for them.
Next thing we need to try and get Spark to do is get a scorecard on the live stream.
Exactly.
As a free kick there,
even
goes
if it's
to
a
Woodsy for
handwritten one.
Ipswich. Play on. Kicks it out to the wing. Mark dropped by Coorparoo, but it falls their advantage. Like we're saying all day, they've been able to clean out their mistakes. But it's in dispute, but he gets around one tackle, and then in the second one, all the umpires see that as the ball up. Lucky. Could have been, because he took on one tackler, that he could have been a free kick for in the ball.
Do you know a Janice Hasler, by the way? You might want to say hello.
I think I might know her.
Hello, Mrs. Hasler. Very nice. Good to have the folks tuning in as always, mate.
Is your mum know it's on live stream?
I haven't told her. I haven't spoken to mum this week since I think it was Tuesday. I got a chance to speak to mum.
Oh, you should message her
as I was going to pre-poll.
As Essendon got up and about for a change.
That's exactly why I haven't said a thing.
Coorparoo, they don't need to mark it because he's going to clean it up anyway. Kicks it. Goal. Another goal there for Coorparoo. 17-14, 116, Ipswich 1-2-8.
Yes, between the Bombers 3 in a row and the Bulldogs being on a charge, Mum's been a bit insufferable of late. Actually, she's already looking at grand final accommodation options in Sydney. I think. Is so confident is she that the Bulldogs will play the grand final in the NRL?
I've been to the grand final for teams
Yeah.
I haven't played. Haven't been my team. The NRL grand final is a fun day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Comparing it to an AFL grand
I'll
final,
be in
they're
Sydney
completely
that
different.
day, actually, out at Eastern Creek. So
You know who won't be? Who else will be there?
No.
Swans, because they won't be celebrating.
Yeah,
in
correct.
Melbourne
No,
that
that's right. Yeah.
So as a
Well, that's the weekend before, but they still won't be celebrating. Continue on.
So the Ipswich end, but it's punched away by Coorparoo. But see, that there shows you how the two teams are playing. The ball was in front of them. Ipswich was looking at the player. Coorparoo was looking at the ball, and now it's down the other end of the field within a couple seconds.
I know.
You could see where the mindset is for the two teams at the moment, and it's really, you're behind in a game when you're not watching the ball, you're watching the player. They're trying to stem it, and you really need to just keep going for the ball. Even when you are down by the margin that it is.
Problem is, right, it's now just a case of going through the motions for the Coorparoo Kings. They've got nothing left to prove. They've done the hard yards. They can now just cruise this in, can't they?
Yeah, and you can tell because they've kind of let it off.
They can switch off a little bit, yeah.
And it bounces over the back for Coorparoo, but they get the handball away anyway. And it's going to go towards goal for them. No, it's a big maul on the ground. It's going to be a push in the back free kick to Ipswich.
We needed that.
Bit of a let-off, but can they find a man outside 50 to kick it to? That's the question. Something they've been struggling with all game is getting it past the centre of the field. Kicked out wide here. No mark taken. It falls to the ground. Here comes Coorparoo again. Is it going to go out of bounds? It does.
It's probably a good thing.
Still hard to see past that bench.
Nothing's changed year on year.
Yeah, look, it's not the greatest of places. When are they going to install a box for us? So they need to install a box for us so we can go find Marty.
Yeah, exactly.
So
where is the mayor of Ivor, Marsden? Huh?
Oh, we don't want to know. We don't want to know.
He said he was going to he said he was going to come and have a chat to us once he was done with happy hour.
It's always happy hour.
Which is about 4 drinks for Marty. Yeah.
That's
just a couple of snappies while we're watching the game. You're right, it is starting to cool down out here too, by the way.
Free kick there to Bob for tripping. Kind of a confusion what was going on there. Time. Oh, big smother there. But luckily it falls to the advantage of Ipswich. But another smother there by number 10. Woodsy can't pick it up. And it's going to be all Coorparoo tackled out the ball. Free kick inside 50. That was just desperation there by News, but it's going to be lining up here for another goal.
Can I just say as well, there have been some real physical moments tonight. There's been a lot of big hits. There's been some really good smothers. You could hear the impact on a few of those moments from here in broadcast position. And no doubt you're hearing it at home on the platforms of Bremer Radio, whether it be via
Kicks
the
on
stream,
its way,
the visual.
Across the face.
Yep. Or, of course, the audio platforms, the website, the app, Amazon Alexa and Google smart speakers.
And another behind there sees 17-15, 117 to 128.
109. So 18 goals won the difference at the moment. Although 17-15, Coorparoo will be... The only thing that they'll be looking to fix out of tonight is their accuracy.
And then they're turning straight back in. So let's see if they can prove the accuracy again. Nope. No. Across the face. Another behind.
Was it? No, it did go through. Okay.
It did go through for another behind. Yep. So it's 17-16, 118 to 128. You're right.
For a moment there, it looked like it was going to go straight across the face and out of bounds. But
really lucky that they're not kicking straight.
Exactly.
That was so quick, though, that the goal umpire on the other end wasn't ready for it. And our poor umpire on that end had to wait a couple seconds for the flag to wait. So it's going to go straight down the field.
It's fast-paced.
Ipswich take a mark just outside 50. Are they going to push it wide? No, instead they do to the far wing, but it's going to be taken by Coorparoo. Cleanly takes it and turns and goes. Centering kick. Can they find a mark? Running out. Yes, they can. Easy mark there with no contest. Kicks it. Not the greatest of kick by the captain, but it works anyway, cleaning up their own mistake. Kicks out of bounds. So there's an interesting comment. I don't know if you heard it. Too unselfish.
Yes.
So he's had a few goals there. Will McAdam, the captain, decided to get some of the other players involved and ended up not scoring. He said should have had the shot or at least gone a little more central. So too unselfish, not something you hear a lot, but I guess you can when you're so far ahead. As Bob's here again, can't pick it up though. Handball once by Coorparoo, finds the mark, play on. Mark though missed out of bounds. Another ball up in the pocket.
Beside the behind post.
So there's 12 minutes to go in this game. Ipswich.
We know the result.
We do know. Well, maybe. You
The
never
margin
know.
is
Never
what
know.
we're not sure
They
of
might get
now.
too many players on the field and have their score wiped.
Hang on, let's start doing a count, shall we? No.
And the ball goes to the pocket. Picked up by the Cats, but it's met in a quick handling, drops it. Coorparoo pick it up. Another tackle. Lots of tackle. Throw there. Play on. Handball twice. Now there's a clean ball there for Coorparoo, and they kick a goal. Another goal for Coorparoo.
Wow. That happened fast.
18-16, 124, 1-8 with 11.5 minutes to go.
And still more time to add to that scoreline. This isn't a case of parking the bus or applying the mercy rule or anything like that. This is a case of just waiting for the clock to drain now. Unfortunately for the Ipswich one side, they'll go back to the drawing board. They were very good last week, got the job done there late in the piece, as Kurt was saying to us earlier. Tonight, a wake-up call or a reality check that the step up into Div 3 is going to come with its challenges, tonight being one of those. We'll have to reassess and have a look at the form guide in the weeks ahead and the opponents they've got ahead to see if things are going to get easier before they get tougher, so to speak.
As much like they've done all day, Coorparoo gets the clearance, but it's actually intercepted by Ipswich, but it's now cleaned up again by Coorparoo, and they're going forward. Can they get a mark? No, they don't. Falls to the ground. Bit of smacked in the head there, but it's still play on. Big bump. Cleans up the pack. Tapped away by Coorparoo.
Good luck to Jim Boomba next week, by the way. That's Cooper's next opponent.
Centering kick. Mark taken. Is he going to have a shot for goal here? This is Jack Mitchell lining up for a goal. Can they kick it? It's a tough kick. Oh, he ends up passing it. Not the smartest option, but the mark isn't taken. He could have got it back, but instead it's a centering kick. In hope, Mark dropped.
Oh.
But there's still plenty of time. It's just like it slows down for Coorparoo.
And
but
here's
it's a mark
a chance.
taken out there by Ipswich. Ipswich kicks it long, but no mark
Knocked
taken. Tom
down.
handballs, finds a man. Another handball. Can they find AJ?
Nope.
No, they can't. It bounced away from him, but in a good way. Handball picked up. Another, but it's going to be picked up by Coorparoo. He's going to just kick it straight down forward for him. Mark dropped by Bob, but it's a free kick. Free kick to Bob there. Cross. Good option. Mark taken. Comes out to the wing. It's directly in front of us. He wants to get up.
Big
punch.
No.
Falls to Coorparoo. Coorparoo gets the handball away. Clean. Steps around one. Centering kick. Mark dropped. Unlucky, but he cleans it up. Kicks it around the corner. Can he get a take? No, he can't. Falls to the ground. But Coorparoo just kicks off the ground. Tries to keep it in. Doesn't. Probably did from this angle. But again, such deep pockets is very hard to tell. Especially when the umpire's so far away from the boundary lines. Ball up here. Tap by Coorparoo. Finds it. Handball. 1, 2. Tapped away by Ipswich. But still in dispute. Bit of a push and shove there. Centering kick for Coorparoo. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. Falls to the ground. Kick. Forward. Mark in the goal square. Plays on.
Oh, wow.
Goal.
Could have mucked that up, didn't. And
Another
out we
goal.
go. 19-16, 130 now. Plays 1-2-8. 8 minutes to play at Ivor, Marsden. This is Friday Night Football on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich. It's great to have you along for the ride, as long and enduring a ride as it is turning out to be. And, yes,
7
back to the
minutes,
drawing
40
board at the end
to
of the night. Do you want the good news?
What?
You were right. We're not here when Coorparoo faces Ipswich 2 because it's Ipswich show weekend.
So we're meant to be here.
We're meant to be here, but we won't be.
Good week
because
to be off, I think.
Bradley's going to have the outside broadcast gear and everything set up at the Greyhound Pavilion at the showground, which can't be named the Greyhound Pavilion once the Greyhounds officially move out of there, I wouldn't have imagined. I think they'll have to rename that, quite frankly. Grandstand Pavilion, my apologies. Near the Greyhound course, yes. Grandstand Pavilion. There you go. So,
As
that'll be
taps
good.
one down by Ipswich, and they finally push it forward, but it's straight into the midst of Coorparoo. Good handball. Good run. How far, though? But he gets it. What a kick.
Wowee.
What a goal. Ipswich thought it was too far. I thought it was too far. Umpire didn't. Goal.
Tap down, handball, kick, goal. Done.
2016, 136 to 128. But let's focus on the two numbers there. 2016. What happened that year?
Well, actually, no, it wasn't a good year for me. It wasn't a good year for me.
It was a great year for me.
Because Melbourne then went and lost to Cronulla in the NRL Grand Final.
Yeah, but the most important thing is he lost the Grand
exactly.
Final with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I know. And they're going to have this year because they won't have to worry about it because they won't be there.
Great tackle there, but it's going to be a ball up. 6 minutes to go. Keep this up in the right direction. It'll eventually make it to their forward line. Tackle, though. Free kick to Coorparoo. I think it was for a high tackle. Play on, though, and he gets around the dummy. Handball. Is he going to get made in a tackle? Not quite. Kick forward by Coorparoo. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. Yes, they can. Jeez, through the pack. 26. Takes a kick. Mark dropped. But he picks it up anyway. Handball on the boot. Hungry, and it's a behind.
Across the face.
2017, 137 to 128. At least they've still got a bit of sense of humour in the...
This is true. This is very, very true. You need it at this point.
Now, 17 is another important number because that's the number of championships that John Cena won at WrestleMania. So he's now 17
he finally got his
champion.
WrestleMania reference in, folks.
I haven't got his get it in.
It took until the 75th minute of the game, but he finally got it in.
So,
well played.
Good one
well
there.
Played.
So, I noticed I missed it when the 17 goals hit. So, we're pushing forward, but it's intercepted
What the
by
hell are we doing?
Coorparoo.
What the hell are we doing? Keep going.
And now they got it on the wing, and let's just see where they go from here. They've centered it. Can turn and go, and he does turn and go. Kicks it long. Great kick. Can he find a mark? Does. Could have played on. Didn't. And he's going to line up for another one, and I've lost count of how many he's actually kicked. But he's going to kick another one here by the looks of it. This is Cooper Marshall, number 4. Around the body, just because he can. Over the top of the trees. Probably halfway down Brisbane Street. And it's another
He didn't
goal.
kick it that far. I may as well have.
21-17, 143. Ipswich 125. We probably went further than the Anzac march was. That's quite a short march.
True. Now, 4 minutes to play. They'd have 150 in their sights, wouldn't they?
Can I get in this 4 minutes?
4 minutes. They'd have their 150 in sights, wouldn't they, Coorparoo?
Look,
it is a cricket field
doable.
after all, so they might raise the bat.
It is doable. 7 points needed, but the umpire is taking his time to get it back to the middle. I think we're all a bit tired here. Be about 3.5 minutes by the time he gets it in the air. So they're counting 3 more goals. So it looks like he might be on 7 from what it sounds like. Coorparoo can't quite get the clearance just yet. Head in under. Handball out. 1, 2, bounce. Not the greatest. Ipswich though. Hold the ball. Lucky there.
Ball.
They've got 3 minutes to try and score a goal. Bit grumpy there after his free kick given away. Ipswich gets it. Handball backwards, but they can't. And now one more handball, but AJ's down after that hit. High tackle, sir.
And the Ipswich 1 squad will get another chance to put it on the boot. Time off. Oh, stop of play because there's a player down in the centre.
That's AJ down still.
Still. this will help the Ipswich squad because the clock will keep going. It will not stop here. So 2.5 minutes to play.
This will maybe stop them from getting that 150 you were talking about. But 143 is still
It's a formidable score. There's no doubt about that. It's a very impressive score.
Here we go. The ball's now. They didn't end up being down for too long. Ipswich going to try and push it forward and try and get one more out of it here. Long kick. Long kick and hope for someone to take a mark. Not taken. Fallen onto it. It's on the ground there. Comes out. Can it be picked up by Ipswich? No, it can't. Coorparoo get it. Handball. Into space. Kings tap it forward. But intercepted by Bob. Bob gets a handball away. Now it's in dispute on the ground. Can he get it again? Coorparoo kicks it away. Tommy's going to be there. Can he get a hit? Oh, he goes for the player instead of the ball. Noobs is there to try and scoop it up, but it's all Coorparoo. Coorparoo. Tommy's good clean out there. Get him there for the Reds or something, because that was a great clean out. Great defence here, but it's too little too late. Whoa! That's a free kick downfield, and it's a bit of argy-bargy. Let's just let him yell it.
Hang on 1 second. Because there's been no signal from the goal umpire. There's a bit of argy-bargy on the
yellow card here.
Sideline here.
And
the ball's coming
who's going to get
back.
It's going to be Coorparoo by the look of it.
And it looks like, yes, there's a yellow card being handed out. I didn't think we'd be seeing that tonight.
Not the smartest thing to do when you're that far ahead. So that was number 22 for Coorparoo. Harrison Guard. Sent off in the end of the game. And so did the Ipswich player.
Yeah.
So 2 yellow cards. Kind of pointless at the end of the game to do it, but both will be going to the tribunal and missing a week, more than likely. So that was number 38 for Ipswich as well.
150's out of reach, but 149 or 144 is certainly within reach. Ball punched down.
There's still a bit of fight left in there. There's going to be another sling tackle. There's going to be a free... Ooh. Should have been a free kick for a sling tackle. 22 seconds to go. That was a Powerade bottle being thrown into the fence there, if you didn't hear it.
I was wondering what the hell that was.
A freak holding the ball. Nope. Ball up. And the umpire should probably just waste the last 5 seconds, so there's no
3, 2, 1.
There's the siren. Final scores here. 21-17, 143. Ipswich 128.
Oh, boy.
There was not really any need for that end of the game stuff.
Absolutely not.
But it's
frustration creeps in, doesn't it?
It does. It was started there by Ipswich, which was good to see. They still had a bit of fight left in it, even when they're down by that much. Interesting to see what the coach has to say about that. Unnecessary by Ipswich to start that. Unnecessary for the continuation by Coorparoo.
Yeah.
Because you're up by that much, why would you continue? But at the end of the day, it happened. It's done. Let's see what the tribunal says.
Yep.
If they need footage of what happened, come see Spark. We've got video.
Correct. What a magnificent feature, or addition that is to our coverage of the AFL here on the platforms of your home of sport in Ipswich. What are we? We're at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. We're with it till 9:30. We'll wrap this up on the other side of a short break, ladies and gentlemen, from the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex. Ipswich have gone down tonight, and they've gone down convincingly. The margin 135 points in favour of Coorparoo. Let's just jot that down and have a look at scores throughout the course of the season, because we talk about big margins and small margins all the time. We had a couple of small, close